Hey guys, we are going to reach a pretty pivotal part of this story here in Chapter 5. Chapter 5 is called Personal Space. I hate recess, even though Devin says it's supposed to be my favorite subject. And there is no recess once you get to middle school, so enjoy it now. But I can't enjoy it because I'm surrounded by sharp screaming. It's too bright, people's elbows are always pointy and dangerous, and it's hard to breathe, and my stomach always feels really, really sick. I stand and put my arms around me like a force field and try to squeeze my eyes almost closed to shut everything out. But it doesn't work. I still feel like a fake item box that Mario is going to run over any minute now. I start sucking on my shirt cuff that's sticking out of my jacket sleeve. I see Josh pushing people off the monkey bars again. He used to be in my class before he got put in the other 5th grade room because Miss Brooks said it's better that way. I think so too. Josh used to be just loud, but now he's loud and evil. Dad says it's because Josh's cousin was one of the school shooters at Devin's school. The one the police caught right away and killed, but not before he shot Devin. Now my heart is pounding loud and I want to moan, but Devin says you can't moan or scream or shake your hands up and down or rock or get under a table and spin around over and over in public. Actually, you can't do most things over and over in public because that's not normal unless it's something like clapping or laughing, but you have to do it only at the right times and places, and Devin always tells me that. But now I don't know anymore because Devin's not here. My eyes feel hot and itchy and everything is blurry, so I remember an okay thing I can do is to blur colors and shapes so they change into fuzzy and warm instead of sharp and cold. I call it stuffed animaling. If you take the monkey bars and the people and then blur them together, they get soft and fluffy, kind of like a stuffed animal. I'm doing it right now. It's true. And you could forget about where you are and pretend you're somewhere else, like you're under your bed with your stuffed animals. I'm stuffed animaling the playground, so, well, after a while, there's only monkey bars left, and one shape that's coming toward me, and I stop blurring and I suck my sleeve some more. Blurring is good for things you don't want to see, but it doesn't work so well for stuff that you actually have to deal with. Josh is walking towards me and he's smiling, even though he runs into William H.'s personal space and knocks him down. You shouldn't walk into someone else's personal space, especially not William H. William H. is autistic. He is in our other 5th grade class. He has Miss Brooke time too, but Miss Brooke says it's good for everyone to be in a regular class. But he screams a lot, so I'm glad he's not in my class, except for recess and PE. Now he's screaming loud, and the lady who helps him tries to get him up, but William H. is kicking too much. Josh has a big, grinny smile on his face. You shouldn't smile when people do something bad, because a smile is supposed to mean you're being nice. I wish people would follow the facial expressions chart like they're supposed to. The lady who helps William H. talks to Josh. Her hands are on her hips and her head is moving up and down and she keeps leaning forward and back, and I think that means she's mad. Sometimes it means the chicken dance, but I don't think that's what she's doing right now. Finally, she walks away and Josh shrugs. This means he doesn't get it. I decide to be helpful because that's something I'm good at, so I go over to Josh. Ew, he yells, you're like a dog slobbering all over your sleeve. I stop sucking my sleeve, even though I don't know why he says ew. I like dogs. Dogs sit next to you and they put their chin on your lap, and dogs are sweet and kind, and I'm happy if people would think I'm a dog. What do you want, freak? Josh says, and I remember why I'm there. You shouldn't get into someone's personal space, I say. What's it to you? I don't know what that means, so I say it again. You shouldn't get into someone's personal space. He puts his hand on his hips and his nose wrinkles up. What of it? He must mean, what is it? Personal space is this. I step right in front of him, and I even step on his toes to show him where his personal space is. Get off me, you freak, he yells. You need to remember your manners, I tell him. You should say, excuse me, please, but you're in my personal space. His head leans forward and his mouth drops open, and I think this means that he's confused, so I tell him again, listen carefully. This is what you say. Excuse me, please, but get out of here! I shake my head. No, that's not the polite way to say it. You say, excuse me, Why are you bugging me? He shouts. I'm not. I'm teaching you how to say excuse me. I'm not going to say it. Okay, you can say sorry. I don't have to. I didn't do anything wrong. I look at the person. Yes, you did. I say it slowly, so maybe he will understand. Josh's face is red and he's breathing hard all of a sudden like he's been running even though he hasn't. Is this about your brother? He asks. Why is he talking about Devin? This conversation is about William H. I don't have to apologize for that. That wasn't me, okay? That was my cousin. I didn't do anything. Your cousin is dead, remember? You are the one who did something wrong, I say, because I saw him push William H. out of his personal space. I can't help it that your brother was shot. I don't know why he's yelling at me. It's not my fault, he says. I hate shouting, so I start to shake, and they tried to save him at the hospital, Josh yells. But now I'm shaking my head because I want him to stop. His heart was hanging out, and they couldn't close his chest up. Shut up, Josh! It's Emma from my class. There are a bunch of kids behind her. Stop it! Why are you talking about this? I suck on my sleeve, and I can't help but moaning even though I'm not supposed to. She brought it up, Josh said. She's accusing me. Well, she's upset, other friends around me say. Yeah, says a boy as he gives Josh a shove. Josh practically falls into me, so I step away and Josh lands on the ground and some people laugh. Josh stares up at me with slitty eyes. It's not my fault her brother's dead. No, I hear a scream, and only when I try to run far, far from it, it keeps following me. I finally realize that it is me. That was a heavy chapter. So I just want you to take a second and open up your ELA notebook and just try to practice empathy. I want you to empathize with Josh, the shooter's cousin. I want you to empathize with Caitlin about her brother and how she must be feeling. Just take a second to write about the characters that we just saw in this chapter. How are you feeling for them right now?